Got the perfect opportunity through this Pama Futures, Empowered Communities and this Guugu Yimithirr Alliance, We're recognising everybody at the table. We're recognising every clan group that's involved in the Guugu Yimithirr Nation, and we are looking at every family to be involved. I think we need to, it's inclusive of everyone, including the younger generation.
But with this, what do we call it, Pama agenda that we're pushing here in Hope Vale, I think the possibilities is unlimited. The sky's the limit with it. Community-led, community control, community developed, all the above with the funding to support it.
I think we're lucky that we got a group here that's pretty much switched on. They really know what's happening, what they want, and the group around them is very supportive of them.
The change in decision making around funding, Indigenous funding, since then has been somewhat of a shift personally. I've seen, opposed to prior, where we get, program slammed on the table and with no input, no co-design around it, or no involvement at all pretty much.
Because for too long we've had government come and tell us how to do things and developed programs for us that didn't suit the needs of our community. So the dollars were misused, dollars didn't fall where they were needed, and there was a lot of dollars skimmed off as it came to the community.
That's a problem with a lot of the agencies here. Too many duplicate programs, too many different people delivering the same program, or when they all should be on the same panel, identifying that child or an adult. It's always from agency to agency and agency, and some people feel like a herd of cattle. I think it's great because one of the problems now with the federal and state government, with the fundings that are coming through now, they're just giving their money and saying, from all our statistics and whatever we're looking at now, we think when we give you that funding, this is what we need to give your community the funding for, right? Whereas that's what they're seeing from down south, but none of them know what the problem is in the community, where a lot of the community know what the struggles are now. So if we implemented stuff like these negotiation tables, people from down the road can feel that they're part of that decision making, and that's a good thing, because if they can see that change in their community and they know it's because of them and they had that say, I reckon that'll build their confidence to say, well, everyone's giving us a chance now. Because one of the problems with Indigenous people in this community in Australia is all they ask for is a voice.
The key things I'd like to change is that communities get dollar for dollar, right to the ground, that the services that the community needs are the services that gets funded by the government, not what the government thinks should be funded, and that our statistics are kept for our own data and for our own use, not to be given to towns outside of the bigger towns outside of our communities, or to bigger organisations outside of our communities.
But now we're actually able to inject local knowledge into those programs, which is a big up for me. I'm a big believer in communities got their own solutions for the issues. This agenda now gives us the opportunity to exercise those solutions. So, yeah.
We have to be the solution to our own problems, and government did not recognise that before. They thought that they'd come in and do everything for us, and it just can't happen that way.